去。现在还不让我走。Good morning, everyone, and hello from Moscow, Russia. We are now exiting the city, and we're going to be heading to our next destination. There's actually been a slight change of plans. Originally, we wanted to enter Estonia because we will be proceeding in towards Europe already. But we decided to change just to, cut across a little bit more. We are going to enter to Latvia instead. And then we're going to take a detour up to explore Estonia a bit. And then we plan to go today to a small town or a motel of sorts just to rest for the night. And then tomorrow we will cross over. We had such a wonderful time here in Moscow. We took one rest day to explore the city. We went to the famous cathedral and also went to a space museum as well as aquarium. That one I love a lot. And of course we ate a lot of the food. Okay, I say we ate a lot of the food, but we actually indulged ourselves a little bit with fast food. But yeah, we had a very good rest day and we thoroughly enjoyed ourselves. Allan actually went to Moscow here 5 years ago, so it's a nice trip down memory lane also. Some things have changed, of course, so you can see like the difference before and after. There's actually a huge jam going into the city. We're getting out of it. We're gonna be riding actually quite far today, 470 plus kilometers. So the total distance to Latvia border is around 600. So we're gonna be covering quite a lot today so that tomorrow we can early get to the border and cross. Our plan is to do small stops in between. Since it's 400 kilometers, around 100 or so we will stop to rest, petrol stops, lunch breaks and such. As usual, you guys will be following us along. This is one of the good brands, I would say, of petrol here in Russia. The first leg we went in, this brand was everywhere. But surprisingly, the second leg, after we entered through Kazakhstan, we cannot find this brand. Can I come down? We cannot find this brand. It doesn't mean that no other big, nice brands. Just that this is the one that I went to when I first came into Russia. Yeah, but now we're at the capital. This brand is everywhere. But because also we're at the capital, it's slightly more expensive. Rode out a little bit more to the next petrol stop. But beside there is a cafe. This is new. Never seen this one. But you see the word cafe. Means there's food. We just ordered our food. While we are waiting, I'm gonna put this back on. I tell you, I ripped this out of my helmet the other day because when we were riding to Moscow, it was so cold. And you know how when you put this on, there's a little gap when I close my visor. And that little gap, usually it doesn't really bother me. But because that ride to Moscow was so cold, that cold air seeps in through the helmet and it was really piercing my face. So mid-ride, I just ripped this whole thing out. Oh, it was so horrible. The temperature has been quite drastic lately. It's always hot, cold. Even today, I'm wearing the thermal layer, but the weather is really, really nice. Hopefully it stays like this throughout the rest of the ride. Is our food ready? Yeah, our food is ready. Kept it really simple. This is gonna be our last few meals in Russia. Got borscht, it's a soup. Allan got some donuts, and this is a roll, a Caesar chicken roll of sorts. We're gonna eat our lunch now. I'll catch up with you in a while. finished with lunch, and I think this outlet specializes in their donuts. So just now we ordered 2 and we tried it and it was fantastic. In the end we ended up ordering another 4 more. That just goes to show, when something is nice, just order 6 of it. So we are all fed and got energy. We would be proceeding down. We did plan to stop another 3 times or so, just so we can rest in between. We'll just see how it goes. With Allan and I traveling to so many different countries, staying connected is really important to us because we have to upload content and whatnot. That's why we use Air Outlook. I've been using Air Outlook for a really long time. I use their SIMs every time I travel to a new country. No issues whatsoever, and we were very lucky enough to be partnered with them this time. If you are a new user to Air Outlook, you can use my code JW15 for 15% off. And even if you are an existing user, you can use my code JW10 for 10% off your next purchase. All links and codes will be in the description below. Happy traveling! There is huge rain in front. So we have to stay here and put on our raincoat. I think I'm gonna put on mine as well, just because I think it's gonna be very cold. Oh no. Oh no. Oh no. We are stopped in traffic. I tell you, we've been riding for a little bit now, and the whole way here, it feels as though this highway, all the way from Moscow to Latvia, 600 kilometers, is under construction. We had to keep changing lanes and keep going slow because everything was under construction at the site. They were digging up things, they were putting in concrete and whatnot. And that's why we haven't even reached our intended stop, our third stop after the lunch just now. And it's been quite a while already. If things goes like this, we won't be able to reach the intended motel for today, and may have to stop somewhere a bit earlier, because if we get there and there's no room, oh, that's another story altogether. It's good that you're actively building the road. That's one part I always like. That they're trying to improve things, but did you have to improve it all at one go? I understand maybe this small part you could do first, followed by another part. Nope. They want to they do everything in one shot. Moment of truth. Does the motel have a room? I have to find the entrance first. Didn't see it when we rode in. Today very cold. Allan's hand is freezing and it's a bit red already here. Oh, hotel. I found the hotel. Oh, it's here. Okay. Do you have room?
One night.
For one night. Okay. Okay, we got the room. Okay, second floor. Here we go. Number 1. Yay. Oh my god! It's huge! Allan is just excited about the aircon. But let's take a look. Okay. Standard toilet. But I love the room. And I only pay 2,100 rubles. So I think that's roughly the rates for motels, which is really great. And also when we rode in, there wasn't a lot of cars, so I was already more or less know if we're gonna get a room. Yay! Okay, today is the end of the day. Tomorrow we'll cross over, hopefully, most probably. I'll see you tomorrow.
The next morning.
We are headed to Latvia today. It's gonna take around 2 hours to get to the border. We did wake up early. It's around 9 o'clock. So hopefully we'll get there around 11. On the reviews on Google, it was saying that they actually take quite some time at the border. Maybe a bit slow there. Hopefully everything goes well today. That's why we did try to set out earlier. So let's go. I told you, petrol stop will also have wild dog. And then we can't see the little bugger is still sitting there. No lah, you didn't make him. He's still sitting there. Oh yeah, he almost bit Allan's leg. He almost. Yeah, they're not aggressive by nature. They just want to protect the area, you know, their own territory. But I think they're also very startled by the engine sound. It's so frightening for us because they really will come and bite our leg. Hey, it's so naughty. We were parked there just now where the car park lot is, so we made a round around this petrol stop, and then the dog was just sitting there at the corner here, and then he dashed out. Luckily, when we start engine just now at the side, he didn't come over, because if he did, we were both standing there. But then again, I don't know if he will attack us or the bike. We're at the petrol stop. This is the good one. We actually could go down further a bit if I wanted to before we pump petrol and then cross the border, because in Europe that side petrol is more expensive. But we don't know if there's a big one down the road, so we just see a big one, just turn in and pump first. We decided to stop here for a little while, just to get our last petrol stop food. It's also nothing fancy. We got Coke. Allan can try his Russian Coke for the last time. Latte. I got a chocolate muffin, and Allan got a hot dog bun. Hold on. Ooh. Yeah, it's in there. Hot dog bun. Yeah. So after this, we'll probably head straight to the border if we can. How long more do we have? Straight. Okay. I'm going straight already. Yeah. And then we're gonna cross over I'm gonna miss Russia a bit. We're here. Oh no, I don't know where to queue. I'm assuming we go forward. Usually we don't queue with the lorries. No, this is the left. Did the lorry take the car lane? Okay, either way, I can see the gantry in front, so we have to stop here. Why is there no other car here? Like, usually there'll be some cars queuing as well. There's a huge car park over here. I don't know. Should I walk over and take a look? I go down. Okay, not quite sure for this one. There is the gantry. I think this is just a car park. Should be here. It should be here. Just gotta wait. Yeah, I think we just have to wait. There's no other place where it looks like we're supposed to go. I'll just wait here. I mean there. Okay?
That's odd.
Should we just... There is a car from Latvia, I see, and the driver just went out with his passport. No, he's at the border there. Okay. Well, what we learned is, if you see someone doing something, follow. Okay, we did it correctly. We followed the Latvia car, and then we went to the guard post, gave our passport, helped us process it, and then now we can go. So we don't actually have to queue. Yay! I'm so glad that the car came along. If not, we really will wait here, because most of the time you will queue with the rest of the cars, even with the lorries, the trucks. Now we just have to ride forward a little bit, and then he will give us a signal for us to go through. Clear. We're now outside of Latvia's border, and basically we're turning back. They don't allow us entry into Latvia because they say that we don't have the original document for our bike's vehicle registration. Now, in Singapore, when you purchase a vehicle, we don't have like an official document. You don't have like a deed, you know. Unlike other countries, we have to log into the government website and get the details online. So you download it from the official Singapore government website, which is our log card. That is what we have used all along, what we have used to travel across 6 other countries, to China, Mongolia, Russia, all no problem. But apparently when you enter Europe, whole of Europe, it needs to be an official vehicle registration document. They do not accept our paper that looks like it's photocopied because I downloaded it from Singapore's government website. So as of now, we have to turn back, but I don't know how to go forward from here because I don't know if the other Europe countries, which is Estonia right above this, would reject us as well. Hello guys, oh my god. We're currently in between Latvia and Russia border. I am still just beyond Latvia border. We basically waited here for an hour. We have now encountered what it's really like when they say that we wait for 6 hours, 10 hours, that kind of thing. I have moved 1 inch in 1 hour. We have been bounced out of Latvia and back into Russia. We now have to find another way to get into Europe. They do not accept the Singapore lock card, so we have no choice but to turn back. The total time that I took to just bounce between these two borders, I was at Russia border at like 12:30, and now it's almost 7. Just bouncing around between these two borders. Now it's almost 7. So we're not giving up yet. We just have to slowly queue, make our way back into Russia. Lucky we have multiple entry, and we're gonna try another border. We have to get into Europe one way or another. It's currently 9:20. Please excuse my appearance because it's getting quite cold. Basically, we're still here. We can't enter Russia because of whatever reason. You know, I always see on the Google reviews sometimes it gets quite bad. They're saying that, oh, I waited here for 10 hours, I waited here for 12 hours, that kind of thing. Yeah, we're in this situation right now. To say it sucks is an understatement. I feel it's such an inhumane treatment. So they're basically keeping us here until they're happy, until I can go through. Allan and I have no food and no water. The only thing we ate was what you saw earlier, which was that hot dog bun and the chocolate muffin. We do have some water, but it's not a lot also. And there's this other biker somewhere in front. He was saying that most probably we'll have to wait until the day. The day, that's like another 9 hours away, you know, assuming it's 6 a.m. And we're not the only ones. There's a whole line of cars behind us that have been queuing for the longest time. But what's most concerning to me is I have no food and no water. And I don't have a car. That's the worst part. We are on a motorbike, you know. The others, they can still sleep in their car and whatnot. I don't know how I'm gonna survive through this night, to be honest. I only pray that it doesn't drop very cold, because the temperature can drop quite cold. And we're just left out here, freezing. Is by far the worst day of the trip. Any other fogging issue, bike issue doesn't compare to this. I feel like a fugitive. The time now is 10:57. It's 11. We managed to cross the first gantry where we were just now, but now we have to wait here for a very long time. They've basically cleared us into Russia already. We've already chopped the passports, but you have to wait to check the bags, and that is gonna take a few hours. So still, I believe we're only gonna clear here when it's daytime. I'm still at the border over here. As of now, it's 3:17. We've been here for already 26 hours. They still wouldn't let us go because they cannot process our papers. I think it's exceptionally difficult when, like, an all one out, you know, there's some random Singaporeans just come to this border. So they did question Allan quite a bit. I'm at my limit already. I haven't had anything to eat or drink, and then I only shared one Coke bottle and some candy that we have. We're both exhausted, and I just want to go. And I've never felt such inhumane treatment, you know, than just purposely making your life difficult. Every other person who crossed this border, you know what? They were prepared. Somehow it's the norm here ever since the war started in Russia. Every other car driver was prepared. They prepared their own meal. They could cook coffee in the morning. And then Allan and I are just stranded outside on the motorbike. We have no protection, no shelter whatsoever. 我觉得很委屈，但是还不让我走。Because we are the odd one out, and our process was a little bit different. They did ask Allan to go into the room and talk to him for quite a bit, and somewhere during that process, they lost our documents. They lost our log card, and we don't have the import paper to temporarily import the bike, and they won't help us. That's the even worse part on that.
They're a bit mean here. Like we ask who do we look for, and we can't speak Russian. They're not very helpful in that sense. I don't know who to blame. Latvia for not letting me in despite me having an original document, or Singapore despite paying so much money for my vehicle, not giving me an official document. By the way, this is the reality right now. You know what's the worst part? We are still not done. Our plan is that we can go over to Estonia border and try, but if they bounce us out again, I'll have to repeat this all over. Who gave us food?
The kind stranger there, because they know why we are here.
Which one?
The car behind.
Oh, okay.
They heard the conversation.
People are nice around here, but this border is horrible, I tell you. Absolutely horrible. At least now I have plain water. I only had Coke to drink. And cookies. 这也太多了吧？太多了。On the right. Oh, there. I give him. We rode out a bit and found a hotel. Now we're finally settled down. The experience with this border was horrible. I'm just gonna put it out. It's really horrible. It's such a downer because I have so much nice things to say about Russia and its people and everything, but just going to this border and experiencing all the things there, the interactions with the officers there, was disgusting. I feel so disgusted with the entire experience. Allan and I are like that we don't want to stay here any moment longer. That's how bad it was, And I had this stark difference in feeling that there was like a place in hell, and then the moment I exit there, it was so much better, because when I came to the hotel here and I spoke with the receptionist, she was so nice and so courteous. She smiled to me and then helped me check in and everything, and I instantly had the feeling like, oh my god. I don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow because we are still gonna try to cross over to Estonia. We've already booked our slot, so for Estonia border crossings you actually have to book ahead in advance. Luckily they do have a time slot. If we cannot cross over to Europe, that side, there is a real chance that we cannot continue chasing north. But our fate shall be decided tomorrow. I'm really tired right now. I can't really end off on a good note, but I'll see you in the next one. Bye.
I'm waiting at the doorstep, I'm finally home.